welcome to another Wednesdays with Lizzie video. In this video, I'm going to be telling you a few things that I learned along the way to becoming a homeowner. I started looking for my house almost 2 years ago. I knew I wanted to start looking for my first official place that I owned. After I lived with my parents, I then went to go to college and I lived in a dorm. I then lived in an apartment. The rest of the time that I was in college, I moved back home, got an apartment here in Austin, moved back with my parents. If I'm in a different position every time I have a jump cut, it's because my dogs have decided, who haven't barked all day long, now at night they want to start barking, and I keep having to go take care of that. There are many things that I learned along this process, but I wanted to share with you 3 terms that I had to learn really quickly and really understand. They're words that I've heard said on TV or in movies, and I just never really knew what they meant. The 3 words that I want to tell you about are escrow, earnest money, and HOA, or Homeowners Association. Escrow is a bond, deed, or other document kept in the custody of a third party, taking effect only when a specified condition has been fulfilled. Earnest money is money paid to confirm a contract. Homeowners Association is an organization of homeowners of a particular subdivision, condominium, or planned unit development. The purpose of a homeowners association is to provide a common basis for preserving, maintaining, and enhancing their homes and property. Now that we have those words, trust me, there's still going to be lots and lots of words for you to learn. It's going to be like learning a whole new vocabulary during this process. So here are the things that if I were looking for a house and I wanted to know tips or things that I've learned, these are the things that I would want to know. The first most important thing is to know and accept that this process is going to take a lot longer than you might think. Of course, everyone's situation or circumstance is different, but know and expect that along this journey, there are going to be setbacks, even up until the very last minute. And it's just something that you have to sort of expect and embrace and not allow it to make you feel defeated and like it's never going to happen. I went through that feeling so many times throughout this process where I just sat and I cried and I'm like, this isn't, every time I take a step forward, I get set back. And so it's just a part of the process. Besides patience, I think the biggest thing that I would want to share with you guys, especially if you're in college right now or in your early 20s or whatever it might be, the biggest lesson that I learned is the importance of understanding and planning and strategizing with your credit score. I never had a credit card in college. I never thought about doing it. My credit score was never even something that I ever thought about or learned about. And so I highly recommend, whether you're looking for a house right now or not, there's so many different types of websites that you can go on and check your credit score. And it might seem pointless right now, but I promise you it will help you so much in the future, whether you're wanting to buy a house or get an apartment or buy an appliance, whatever it might be. You never know what your credit score will be used for. So I regret that I didn't prepare myself or set myself up for the future and really learning about it and doing what I could to make my score higher. So I think that is super important. Planning and organizing and strategizing is also really crucial in so many different aspects, because not only do you start from like the preparation stage of, I have this idea that I now want to go ahead and start looking for the house. You then start saying, how's my credit looking? You then start looking at your budget as a whole. You then start saying, what can I afford? And then figuring out loan information and what loan can I apply for and what will I get? So then saying, what will I need to pay for a down payment or the cash to close when you're about to be done. Also, once that's done, I want to make sure that I also have the budget saved up for when I do close, for small things like setting up your electricity, setting up your appliances, getting a security system. There's so many little things that you have to plan for even after you close. And that's also something that I knew in the back of my mind, but I never really thought about it. So planning and really taking a step back and looking at the bigger picture and looking at the bigger timeline and saying, I don't want to just save to initially get the house. I want to be able to save so that once I do get it, I'm not stressed and worrying about money once it gets towards the end. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, full honesty here. I worked really, really, really hard to save up and make this happen. And it is such a large purchase that I feel like I worked so hard to save up all that money, and then I look now and it's like, where did it go? And obviously it's this beautiful home that I'm so thankful for, but the reality of the situation is it's a really, really, really big responsibility. And to own something that you worked hard for is so rewarding and so gratifying, but I can't stress enough how important it is to plan and prepare and have patience and be willing to really just open up and figure out this whole new world, because it definitely is like a whole new chapter in itself, because you will be learning so much. And what's funny is once you start looking for your house, I realized that every time I would go into any house, no matter what it looked like, when I left, it was my dream house. Every single house was my dream house. But yeah, I feel like this was just all over the place, but yeah, it wasn't really organized like I had it planned, organized in my head, so I apologize. But that was me sort of just like rambling about the things that I've learned during the process. So I want to turn it over to you guys. Do you have any questions? Are you interested in starting this process for yourself? Or are you a homeowner? Put it in the comments below. What worked for you? What lessons did you learn? What did you wish you knew and wish you were prepared for? Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm sorry. This video was all over the place, but I just wanted to share some thoughts with you guys because, as you know, in these Wednesday videos, I go ahead and just sit down and talk about whatever. And I will see you guys on Monday for the next weekly vlog. I love you. Bye.